to Mystery Beers episode number 268 of...
Brutal Battle.
Okay, and full disclosure, if we sound a little bit more loose, a little bit more forgetful maybe, we're doing this right after recording the last 2 episodes of the Mystery Beers, because we only kept 1 beer from the last 4 that we did, and that's the Jazzy Juice by Dewey. So, we're just, Sunday afternoon in search of 2 good beers. We have 1 locked in, that Jazzy Juice. So hopefully number 2 is in front of us. Maybe 2 and 3.
Maybe 2 and 3, we'll see.
But there was already an issue. What was the issue?
Beer B, it didn't explode like upward, but just overflowing all over.
So
half the beer.
Potentially infected.
Yeah.
Definitely overcarbonated. My guess would be that it had a bunch of fermentables that it was distributed with, and it's just not a shelf-stable beer, which is a bad thing, because you can get to a point where those become actually dangerous, and people could have them sit long enough and then try to open it up, and it actually does explode and someone gets injured. So, breweries have to be more responsible with these things.
Okay.
So anyway, was it... Okay, well, don't tell me which one is the one that went
I
everywhere.
already said it. Weren't you paying attention?
Oh, it was B.
It was
right.
B.
Okay, got it. Right. Sorry. Skip that in my mind. Okay. All right, so they don't look that different.
B is more orangey.
Yeah, A is kind of like an orange.
Yellow-orange.
But B is like a darker orange.
Yeah.
So, coloration, they're not super different. Okay, so beer A. Smell this? That smells like a Belgian. That smells like a Belgian beer. It's very Belgian. Like banana-y, clovey.
Yeah.
That
I'm glad you said that, because that's immediately what I got.
Yeah. It's very immediately clear this was done with Belgian yeast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty obvious.
This is very banana-y.
And I get something else that's in it, but I won't say it.
Banana clove. There is something else. What is that, though? Let me do the whole smell your arm.
Smell your arm.
To reset your nose.
Your sniffer.
Cinnamon? Maybe a little cinnamony. Okay,
Okay,
I'm not...
I could see that. I could see cinnamon.
I don't think I'm going to be able to suss it out on the nose.
It's very strong Belgian.
The flavor.
But maybe the flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll suss something else out.
I mean, the primary thing I smell is what you typically get from
Yeah.
Belgian yeast. So, yeah, it's very Belgian-y. It's got fruit, though. What is this?
It's just so fun doing this with someone who has no idea what it is.
I don't straight up dislike it. I think
it's kind of interesting.
It is.
I used to really like Belgians, and then I kind of shied away from them for a while and didn't like them, but they're kind of growing on me again.
Mm. So this one's interesting because it is like a fruit added to a straight up Belgian ale. Like a Belgian wheat. And it's... I don't know. I'm trying to it has that very typical, drying, kind of slightly menthol-y finish that a Belgian yeast done beer usually will. What is that?
You think it's a fruit?
It's not citrus. Although it's got a little bit of a tanginess that would make you think citrus, but it's not citrus.
Is it a berry?
I don't know. I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is slightly gooseberry.
Gooseberry?
Yeah, I don't know if you're... Those are kind of they're kind of pretty sour like grapes.
Okay.
But they don't really taste all that grapey.
Okay.
That's what they look like, and they're pretty sour typically, but... I don't know, but to be honest, what the fruit is doing with the Belgian yeast flavors, I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, I like this.
Because for me, a lot of the times, that banana and clove that you end up getting with Belgian beers, that kind of gets tiresome to me from a flavor perspective. And it's there in the beginning, but then the fruit really starts to like take it down in perception within the beer. And I like that. I feel like the fruit balances that out pretty well. So I like it. It's pretty good. I can't pick out the fruit, but it's good. Racking my brain. Like, what would this be?
I want to give you a clue.
No, don't do it. Don't.
Okay.
What other fruits are there out there?
A lot of fruit out there. Okay, we going on to B?
Maybe I'll figure it out after we do B. But okay. I like it. I like that beer.
There's some...
It's interesting.
Good stuff going on. Okay.
Okay, so beer B, the main offender.
Yeah, the mist.
Going all over the place. Looks like it doesn't really have any head to it. Probably sour. Oh, that smells like a braggot. Like a meat.
Smells gross.
Yeah. It smells like a braggot. You know, braggots are like done with honey. They're like honey beers.
It smells like woody.
Yeah, it does smell like... it smells a lot like wood. Wood and tons and tons and tons of honey. Tons of honey. That's why I say it smells primarily like a braggot.
This has to be infected. Because that is nothing like what it's supposed to be.
No, I don't think it's infected. I just think it's super old. It smells like it's super
old. It might be old. There's no
old.
date code on it. So I have no idea how old it is.
It just smells like very rich, sweet honey and wood and raisin. There's raisin as well.
That is nothing like what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it doesn't smell appetizing. It definitely smells like a beer that's very old.
And
very
it tastes
old.
really gross.
Oh, God. Ew. Oh. It tastes like wood. It literally tastes like eating wood.
This tastes like a beer that we have cellared for too long.
Yes.
And shame on, I'm not sure if it's the distributor or the liquor store, because this is nothing like what this beer is supposed to be.
Okay, so let me take a guess on what this is supposed to be.
You're gonna like crap your pants.
This is supposed to be an Imperial IPA. It's supposed to be a West Coast IPA, Imperial IPA that's been aged for like 10 years.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you what?
No. We'll get to it.
You're gonna like,
but it tastes terrible,
and it's so disappointing because I thought this had like a lot of potential.
Yeah, this is garbage.
I don't even want to drink another sip. It's just not clearly. It's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, shame on somebody with this beer because it's really bad.
I wish you could like take beer back to the liquor store and be like something.
I mean, we can email the brewery about it.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Be like, I bought this. It sucks.
So it's very bitter. It is very
I guess
bitter.
I need to have more of a sip.
And it literally just tastes like wood. It just tastes like you're literally chewing
like
wood, and it's very dry and very bitter.
There's a little orange.
It's awful.
Maybe some orange peel, but it's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a clear winner in this episode.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm giving beer B a 0.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even giving it a 1. It's like you get a 0 because your beer is.
It's not right. Something's not right with it.
What are you giving it?
0.
Yep, 0.
And then beer A, the winner of the episode, which isn't bad. Again, like, it's not like the traditional style that I normally gravitate. It's clearly a Belgian. I mean...
Yeah, what is that fruit? I like it, though. I like it. Grapes? White grape? White grape?
Mm-mm. No.
It's not peach.
It's not peach.
Could be a stone fruit. Stone fruit. I mean, the other thing that occurred to me was like a nectarine.
Okay.
This is what I kind of thought, but yeah, we'll see. I like it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4 as well.
Okay. So obviously, the clear winner because beer B is shame on whoever did that.
Yeah, I don't know whose fault that was, but someone.
Yeah. Well, let's find out who this is. So, beer B. The worst beer that we've ever had on the podcast with a 0. Ithaca Beer Company. Java Power India Pale Ale with coffee.
I know.
Absolutely not.
Do you get coffee? No. Because it tastes like, you can tell it's an IPA of some sort.
Well, I can tell that it's a very old IPA. Is there a date code on this? There is a date. Oh, no. It's one of those things where...
I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, yeah. It's from February of last year.
Nah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's from February 2023. This is an IPA that is very old. I mean, at this point, how many months is that? That's 6 months, a year and a half. An IPA that's been sitting for a year and a half in the can is what this is.
Well, I guess shame on me for buying it. I didn't look.
Well, it's the way they have it. It's the last two digits of the year, and then the 2 digits. Of the month.
I remember looking at it and thinking, this doesn't make sense to me. I'm just going to buy it.
Right. It's terrible.
Yeah, something's not right.
And
I saw that, and I was like, I'm going to get this because I know Carlin loves coffee IPAs, and you hardly ever see them.
I love coffee IPAs, but this is like...
It's awful. It's not even registered as like a drinkable beer.
I'm not sure that's been... Where was this in the store?
On the shelf.
It was on the shelf. I've been in there, and I don't think I've seen it on the shelf.
Maybe they just got it in.
It
should be awful.
If that's the case, then the distributor is the problem. But if it's been on the shelf, then the store is the problem.
Yeah, I don't know, someone's...
Either way, I have to believe that the brewery itself had nothing to do with this, really.
We haven't had a ton of Ithaca, but I've heard good things about them.
I've had their Flower Power before as a good IPA. But this is 7.5%. And Ithaca Beer Company's out of Ithaca, New York. Makes sense. Okay. Terrible experience. Oh, well. Anyway, the winner overall.
Any last minute guesses?
Of who it is?
Yeah, of who it is.
Well, who does Belgians?
I don't think you're going to guess.
Nobody does Belgian.
You're not going to guess. It's a collab, actually.
Oh my gosh, who would collab on that?
And it's Maryland.
No one's doing
2 Maryland breweries.
And it's a 16-ounce can. Mm-hmm. I could see Crooked Crab being involved.
Okay. Because
they have a Hefeweizen that they do every now and then. So I could see them doing a Belgian. I don't know.
Okay.
Crooked Crab being one of them is what I think. Idiom. What? Idiom Brewing and Checker Spot Brewing. That is an interesting collaboration for sure. Oh, I got it. I said Stone Fruit.
Mm-hmm. You did say Stone Fruit.
It's so broad.
I know.
I hate it when people... And there are people who do beer podcasts who will literally just say as their descriptor, Stone Fruit. Do you know how vague that is? Try harder, Just, if you don't know what it is, just say you don't know what it is, You can't just be like, Stone Fruit, I was right, I'm so good at this.
Well, you were right.
No. Okay, so Idiom Brewing and Checker Spot Brewing. Checker Spot's out of Baltimore and Idiom's out of Frederick, Maryland. This is their Butterfly Effect Belgian-style blonde ale with plum and honey. 6.7%. So here's the thing. I never would have picked that beer up. Because typically I stay away from Belgian styles. Yeah. But this is a good beer. Mm-hmm. This is a good beer. And that's one of the reasons that I love doing the podcast, because it forces us to kind of step outside of our comfort zone with beers and just try stuff.
Well, I thought it could be interesting because...
That's good.
I typically like Idiom stuff. You're right when you said, you probably got something Idiom. I did get something Idiom.
Yup.
I did have something from Trogs in my cart, but I put it back because you called that out.
Yeah, you
I
almost
love
did
my
it.
Trogs.
Can I give you money to just slam Beer B?
No.
How much money?
I couldn't do it. It's so gross.
It is so disgusting. Yeah, that really does suck because you had the right idea.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee IPAs, no one makes them.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, and I bet Ithaca Beer Company doesn't make them either. Because that was just over a year ago.
Yeah, maybe they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, they're probably done with that. But anyway. Still, really fun time. Even though we had one beer that was total garbage. We had one that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I want to give a little golf clap to Idiom and Checker Spot for pulling that off, because that could have been a mess. But it tastes really good, so nice work. Anyway, thanks everyone for checking this out. Until next time.
Keep it brutal.